It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all this evening. Before we begin the session this evening, I wish to inform you that the foundation day of the club falls on 12th December. And as is customary, we would be felicitating the male members who have completed 80 years of age and ladies 75 years by sending them a gift either through courier or through one of the members. We have adopted this method due to the prevailing corona situation. We hope the coming years would bring even greater health and happiness to you. May God grant you a prosperous, joyful, and peaceful year ahead. Our good wishes and prayers are always with you. This is for the those whom we are felicitating. Our distinguished speaker, Mrs. Meena, has an MPhil in food and nutrition, and she has published a paper in nutrition assessment on cancer patients. She is a life member of the Indian Dietetics Association and Indian Enteral and Parental Nutrition. As a consultant nutritionist, she has experience in dealing with the management of patients with cancer, cardiovascular, and renal diseases, besides obesity and diabetes. Today, our speaker will enlighten us on the tips and tricks to stay happy and healthy as we age. I now request Mrs. Meena to address the gathering. Please.
Good evening, all.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to one and all, and thank you all for joining this conference. So I'm here today to present on tips and tricks on healthy nutrition. So I thought I would make this session little interactive, so everybody would be like involved, and it should not be very boring, sort of showing only the slides and going on. So hope my voice is quite audible.
Yes, it's audible. Yeah, it's audible, man.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll share my screen.
Yeah. Yes.
So today's topic is like tips and tricks to stay happy and healthy as you age. Because I heard that through Pramila ma'am and Geeta ma'am and Maggie ma'am is like we are all like bored of the medical terms and all those things. Something like more energetic, more healthy, and which can keep us like keep moving on. So I choose such a topic. So this is for you all. What can make you happy and healthy? Anybody is like could answer, like I'm expecting everybody to be interactive. So let us make this session more interactive. So when you go back, you take something and go make yourself more energetic and more active and more movement.
Be positive.
Be positive. Very good, ma'am. Next, ma'am. Anybody else? Like what is that which can make you more happy and healthy you feel from your end?
Be active.
Be active. Very good answer.
Yeah.
Be active and be positive. These are the things which is going to keep us more motivated and keep moving us for a longer life. So anything else?
Keep involved in activities.
Yeah, the important thing, I'm here today as a nutritionist. Eat well.
All right. You're right. You're right.
You should eat a well-balanced diet also, along with your movement and all those things and optimist things for us to keep make us more happy and healthy, right?
Right.
So what are the things that make a person happy and healthy? Once you have a good health, automatically a happiness. For everybody, each person, the happiness could be a different thing. For one person, it could be a money, health, and all those things. Only when you have a proper health, automatically you will get the remaining stuff. Only when you're healthy, you can make money, you can make your own time and spend everything. So first thing is like stay physically active, eat a balanced diet, sleep in a timing. Most of them don't have a proper sleep. That is also becoming a major reason right now, is like to have a lot of health issues. So sleeping is very, very important. Nowadays, we keep stressing on people like sleep at least minimum 8 to 9 hours. People don't sleep properly. They sleep very late night or get up early in the morning. Now it's become so erratic. Like people sleep at 12 o'clock and there is no school and all those things. They get up little very early, which is a very bad practice. So sleep timing is also a very, very important thing. Then build your creativity, relax more, build social connection, gardening. We are going to look into each one of the aspects one by one. So we will know what is that we need to do in that. So when I say stay physically active, is like, as we all know, everybody does like exercise and go for a regular exercise and all those things, right? So whoever like goes for exercise can put their hands up, because now in the corona time, most of them may not be like stepping out or even going for a small walk, right? So make sure like everybody at least go for a walking or a jogging, even if it's not possible a jogging or running, at least go for a walking or a jogging. Okay. So next, apart from the walking, you also require strength training exercise. So what is that strength training exercise? Is it possible at this age? You must be having this question, because strength training is generally like spoken to people who like build muscle and or the young people. So strength, not only normal jogging and physical activity is not sufficient. You also require some amount of strength training exercise. So what is that you can do at this age of strength training exercises? Like the simple exercises which I have just put some short videos. So we'll go and look into those videos. So you'll have a clear idea like what all you can do as a strength training exercise to make yourself very active, physically active. First is like seated knee extension. In this, one second, give me some time.
Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. For seated knee extension, just bring one foot up and squeeze back quad muscle as tight as you can. Then come back down.
So this exercise, what it does is like, it will just help you like to strengthen your knee.
Okay.
So next is isometric quadricep. In that, just look into those videos.
Step 1. Stand.
The videos are not coming on, madam.
Yeah.
Step 2. Bend your
One
right knee
second.
backward.
This is also the knee exercise.
As high as comfortable. Return to the starting position and repeat 10 times. Continue with the left leg.
Sit with the knee extended fully straight and a small towel roll.
Do not bend
I
in the
think
hips.
maybe you have to stop the slides and then start the video, I think.
That's
Maybe. Just try that.
Okay.
Relax your legs. Massage the muscle. Try again with the hands.
And repetitions.
I'll just wait 1 second, sir. Okay.
Step 1. Sit in a chair with feet flat on the floor. Step 2. Straighten out your right knee and hold for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Then straighten out your left knee.
I think the slides are on, so I don't think the video is coming on. Maybe can you try removing the slides and starting the video?
See the video, sir.
Remove the slides and then share the video.
Now
Quadriceps.
check, sir.
No, we're not able to.
Make sure you use
Not
your
able to
full
see?
range of motion.
No, not able to see the video.
You also you are not able to
Fully
see,
back
sir.
as far as
We able to see only the slide. No video.
Now no video.
No, we can hear the video. We can't
Oh.
see it. Hmm.
Okay, is it?
Hmm.
Okay. I should stop sharing the slides, right?
Slides.
Okay.
lie on your back with one knee bent, one knee straight, toes pointing upward to the ceiling.
Might be.
Step 2. Raise your straightened leg to the level of the other bent knee.
1 second.
Return to the starting position and repeat with each leg 10 times. Place your palms down to gain more support. Breathe out during the lifting part.
Trying it.
Don't raise your knee higher than your other knee.
Now, sir, still
Sit
no?
with the knee.
No.
Now can you see, sir?
Oh no,
No,
ma'am.
no.
No.
Now it seems, sir?
Hi,
No,
this
no.
is Doug.
We can hear the video, but we can't see the video.
More
Is
knee
it?
exercises we have
Okay, 1 second. I will
coming
just.
up next.
1 second. 1 second. 1
All right,
second.
let's go over our first exercise. This is for painful knees. We're going to do a knee raise.
I
So
should stop the
we're going to
video, right?
have you sit on the very edge of the chair. Now what we're going to do is lift that leg up without bending the knee.
1
And I want you to contract that quad. So we're doing a hip and a knee exercise at the same time. So when you have painful knees, and it's hard to bend, there are still knee exercises you can do. Let's try some on the other side. So switch those legs out, toes pointed
Might
toward the
be I will
ceiling,
try to go like that.
contract that quad, and just lift that leg up and down, just like that. Let's do 2 more. Here's 1,
Far as you can.
Now can you see, sir? No?
2.
No, ma'am. No.
No.
That's the first
No.
1 second.
knee
Might be
exercise.
I'll
Let's
take
do
some
another one.
more.
Let's do
Do
pressure
not
on
remove the slides.
Okay,
physical
I'll just
therapy
take
move.
Yeah, not stop sharing the slides.
Now, this is
Okay. New share and put. Okay.
Yeah,
Now
now we
sir?
can see, madam. Now
Yeah.
we can see the video.
Okay, fine. So, okay. The first 2 videos, did you see, sir?
No,
No?
madam. No.
Days, a minute a day keeps the pain away exercise is the adductor pillow squeeze, which
Okay, 1 second. I'll just try to play the first 2 videos. Okay.
strengthens the muscles of the inner thigh.
This is called
This really
adductor
helps
pillow
to support your
squeeze.
hips and your lower back, as well as reducing knee pain. To do this, you'll need a pillow. You place the pillow between your knees. That's it. If it's a thinner pillow, you may want to fold it in half. And all you do is squeeze your knees together and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Keep doing this for the full time that this video runs for. It only takes a minute and the benefits are enormous. To begin with, just squeeze as firmly as is comfortable. As you get stronger, start squeezing harder. If need be, and you're finding it too easy, fold the pillow in half, get double the thickness. This will give you a lot more resistance and a lot more range of motion. Thanks, Cap.
Now next is like,
Yeah.
this is very effective fine.
Okay. Hi, this is Dr. Sherry Stone from Biospine Institute. Today we are going to learn how to do a bridge. The bridge is important for getting in and out of bed. It helps work our entire low back and our leg muscles. It can also help alleviate back pain. To do a bridge properly, lay on your bed or on a hard surface with your feet bent up. Slowly squeeze your back and your butt and lift up off of the floor. Your legs and your trunk should be parallel to each other, to be even with each other. Hold this for about 10 seconds and then perform again. If this is too painful or difficult, try not holding. Try just going up and down. If this still is too difficult, try just initiating the will help you shift in bed when you try to get in and out. For an added kick, if this is easy, bring your feet a little bit further out, feet and knees together, squeeze them, and then fold them.
I'm Alan Tomczykowski here with Triangle Orthopedics. I'm going to take you through a simple quad exercise known as a straight leg raise. What I'm going to have you do is bend this knee up for me. And I want you to point your toe up and go ahead and lift this leg up towards the ceiling about 6 to 12 inches. Come on back down and give me about 5 reps. Want to make sure the knee stays straight, all the way up and all the way down. To modify that exercise, make it a little bit more challenging, what I'm going to have you do is sit on up. I want you to hug this knee to your chest, stay up nice and tall. I want you to lean over slightly on your left hip. Again, pull that toe up, squeeze that thigh muscle, and elevate 6 inches. That's going to give you a little bit more focus on the quad and less on the upper hip flexor. And that's the straight leg raise.
Step 1. Stand using a chair to balance yourself. Step 2. Raise up on your toes as high as you comfortably can. Then return to the starting position and repeat 10 times. Keep your body still as you raise yourself up. Keep your feet apart if you have balance problems.
So this is a site. That is a website where there's an elder gym where anybody could visit and have your own check out for the, if you're interested in fitness, like really interested in fitness, you can just check out in that. Now, okay. 1 second, sir. I've just kept the. Mm, 1 second. Okay. One. My slide I've just got closed. So I think I've just kept it in the drive.
Okay.
Just 2 minutes.
Take your time, madam.
Yeah.
Slowly.
One second, sir.
Yeah.
I need to take help. I think I don't know what I've just said. Just a minute, sir.
Go to screen sharing and then use it. Ring message.
Okay. Okay. Now can you see my slides, sir?
No, yeah, I can see your name,
You can
madam.
see. You can see my name. Okay, wait.
Yes.
I haven't shared it. Now can you see, sir?
We can see the slides, madam.
Thank you. So the first thing is like, as I told, stay physically active. I showed some video. This is the basic exercises which we can do at home, and make sure that we strengthen our muscles. Once you strengthen the muscles along with the walking, the this thing the muscles becomes more stronger. The knee problems as well as whatever leg problems, all it comes in the case of like osteoporosis and all those things can be like slightly, you can at least overcome all those things. The next is like eat a balanced diet. When I say eat a balanced diet, everybody knows that what is that? We all have to eat a balanced diet, right? So my main aim is like whatever it is, like try to stick on to the home-based food. Let it be fresh and home-based food, and try to include more of greens and more of veggies. So when I say eat more of greens and veggies, it basically means that for a person, for an adult, they're supposed to have at least 500 grams of vegetables per day. How many of us do eat 500 grams of vegetables per day? No. We keep
Very
500
less.
grams of vegetable for the whole family, in which it just remains and then we discard it, right? This is what happens in every family. We don't give much importance to the fruits and vegetables. So I kindly request each and every one of them, like make sure include more of greens and more of vegetables. Let it be like colorful. Let your plate be more colorful. Like let it be more of like fruits and vegetables, everything. Make sure in a day, a fruit requirement is 50 to 100 grams. Okay, if you have a sugar and if your sugar level is above 160, stick on to your salads. If your sugar is under control, below 160, then you're allowed to have a fruit, which is 50 grams of fruit is allowed per day. Whereas vegetables, there is no limit. That too, like basically the fiber vegetables, like anything like gourd vegetable, all those things you can have how much ever you want. Is like these are the things which is going to give us more vitamins and minerals to make us more energetic the whole day to run with it. So instead of gulping a vitamin tablet and mineral tablet, eating more of greens and veg will give you more of energetic and your nerves problems. And because once the basic problems for the nerves and muscles, they all require the minute trace vitamins and minerals, which are all available only in these greens and the vegetables and fruits. So that is the one which we consume very less. So I kindly request each and everyone to consume more of greens and fresh vegetables. Let it be the fresh vegetables which you get it from the daily vendor. Like there are vendors who bring daily the fresh vegetables. That's always a better rather than like purchasing it from the purchasing it from the maybe the supermarkets and all those things where it is like the old stock. Always try to stick on to the fruits and vegetables which is fresh and which is like purchased everyday basis. Next is like stay away from processed food. Why is that I have written that stay away from processed food is basically that uh, the processed food is all basically made up of the trans fat acid. It is made up of more of sugar and it is made up of more of fat. So these are the things which is going to cause the health problem for us. So always make sure you have foods which is made at home. That is the major reason the major health issues problems comes because of the processed food, the available food which is the convenient food which we get from the market. For example, even the idli batter, when we get it, they would add the yeast or they would add the sodium bicarbonate to ferment it. But when we do it in our own house, when we have the batter, when we prepared in our own house, maybe from a mixie or a grinder, what happens, we ferment it properly overnight. So that doesn't happen in the packet which you get it. So always try to stick on to the home-based food. Next is like always try to read the label. How to read the label, nutritional label. That's the next question most of them has. What is that? We need to look into the nutritional label. There is another thing people have. So I have just made a slide where what is that you need to look into the nutritional label. So when I say the nutritional label, there are few points which we have to look into it. First thing, what we should start. First thing, what is the thing? Start here. Serving sizes. How much? Whatever you're taking, if they would have written this provides 100 grams of so and so. So how much this packet? For example, when you're taking a chips packet or a biscuit packet, maybe say a biscuit packet, it says like it is 80 grams or 50 grams. So when it says 100 grams or 50 grams, then how much is that? This 100 grams, it will say it's like how much servings per calorie it is. So next it will say generally the food nutritional label will be given for 100 grams. So 100 for 100 calorie, how much of fat is derived and how much of protein is derived. That's what they claim in the next thing. So when you look into that, you will have a clear idea how much of fat is being added in your food. So make sure it is always a trans fat acid, no trans fat acid. There is a thing like market trick. When they say no fat acid, they would claim it as a no fat acid, but no trans fat. But still, the trans fat, if you look into the packet, backside of the packet, you could see like trans fat added to maybe 2 milligrams, 2 grams, or 4 grams, because the Food Safety Authority, what do they say is like anything below 5 gram can be claimed it as no trans fat acid. So that is the reason they would have added, because trans fat acid is something which gives a glow and it gives, that is the one which protect your food for a longer duration. So they do add trans fat acid, but it be a minimum amount. So that is that they could claim it as no trans fat acid. So this you may not look when you take up the packet, you will say, okay, fine, this would claim that no trans fat acid. But when you look into the nutrition label, you will have a clear idea whether they have added a trans fat acid or not. Next is like you can look for the sugar, because what they say is like sugar is like very less or no sugar and no preservatives. But when you turn back and look, they would have added sugar or the sugar content of the product. For example, you're buying a juice. The juice, when you look into the thing, the juice they would have added for the packet, whatever you take, maybe 100 ml or 200 ml packet, they would have added at least 30 spoons of, 30 grams of sugar. 30 grams of sugar per day, one person can consume only 3 spoons of sugar. That is 15 grams of sugar. So in that pack, in that one drink, your consumption of 2 days ka sugar goes inside that. So you're getting not only that, yeah. So what happens is that the sugar level also, the person whoever like not having sugar also, they start consuming more of sugar, which is going to be another positive agent for the other diseases to come inside. So always when you're looking into buying food product, try to read the nutritional label. That would be a better option. Next is like you see whether these vitamins, generally the vitamins and minerals will be lesser percentage. So make sure this you get enough of these vitamins and minerals. Then it is the product, whatever you're getting, is worth for your body. Next, first is the physical activity, which is going to make you a happy, which is going to make you healthy. Next is like a balanced diet. Next comes the sleep pattern. As I've already told, the sleep pattern, when you have a poor sleep pattern, it leads to you feel tiredness. In the morning, you will not feel like energetic. You'll not you'll feel like the body is tired. Sleep properly, at least for 8 to 9 hours. You'll have a good strength. You'll have your muscles also. The repair tissue, muscles repair tissue, all takes place during the sleep time. Good amount of sleep. Next is like build your creativity. Any person can build creativity. Is like each person will have their own creative things. Maybe in your childhood you would have been good in playing instrument, or you may be very good in dancing. You would have been good in drawing and swing, whatever it is. Like try to cultivate it back. Make sure you, even if it is like you try to learn, even if you don't know, you had an interest towards it. Now there are a lot of options for us, like you can learn it through YouTube, you can take classes, or you have so many options where you can revert back. So when you build a creativity, you get more of positive energy within yourself. You feel like you're more young, you feel like more energetic. That gives you a lot of refreshment. It makes you more occupied. So when it makes you more occupied, you will have a sort of happiness, because you're doing what you wanted. That gives more pleasure to you. Not only that, it also builds a skill. Not only it keeps your mind and body more active, it makes you more busy. Next is relax more. So relax more is like a general thing, is like most of them says they're little busy, they cannot, they don't have time for themselves. So don't do that. Relax for take time for yourself, relax, enjoy, and replenish whatever the old memories, or whatever the happiest memories, whichever like you had during your lifetime. So that gives you more energy to just push your life further. Next comes the each one of us have to build a social connection. Like right now, what is happening, like community gathering, event, family gathering, friends gathering. This gives you more like a connection with the people. Not only that, it makes your mind more healthy. It reduces the stress, and even people who are like isolated, they would feel like more connected. When you talk with people, when you get connected more, you feel more energetic. You feel more active. You feel like you can do more things better than what you did, what you haven't done. So always keep yourself more connected with the social connection is more very, very important, that too during the old age time, which will give you more energetic to push you further. next is gardening. So when I say it's gardening, why is that I have included gardening? Everybody may not be like good in gardening, and they might have an interest, but they may not be. Uh, they may not have space, or they may feel that I'm very old to do gardening. Gardening is very very important, because why I would say is like, not only it increases your physical activity, it makes you more mobile. When it makes you more mobile, it gives you sort of an energy, and you are more occupied with something, and it also gives you muscle strength, increase. How does it does this? Because when you do gardening, you when you do gardening, all your you need to do certain activity, right? Like plowing and all those things. When you do such things, your muscle almost like become stronger. It also helps your motor skill, gives your body a balance, and keeps your blood pressure and stroke at bay. Stroke at bay. So you all must be thinking like, what is that? How can we do gardening? What is she telling us? Like, is it really possible? So that is the reason I've just put some pictures where you can just say is like, you can have some like a raised bed. So where you don't need to bend too much, you can have your own garden. You can have like the normal like mint, coriander, something for your own kitchen garden. So you can have it for yourself to make a tea. That will help you more connected with the nature. Then vertical gardening also helps the same way, because we cannot bend at this age. Many may not feel like bending and doing things like so. When there is a vertical gardening, that also helps more. For gardening, you can also use like a kneeler's tool that could help in for balancing the support. So proper pruning, all these things will help in gardening. So the sum up is like, keep your mind and body busy. The more you move, the longer you live. So be optimist about living longer, happy and healthy. So this is basically the what are the things that we have seen is like physical activity. We need to be physically active to be more energetic, to push ourselves further. Next comes the balanced diet. When you have a balanced diet with a proper thing, as I told, like try to include more of veggies and try to include more of fruits and vegetables, which can make you more happy, which will give you a lot of vitamins and minerals. Always stick on to the seasonal fruits and vegetable. Don't go and purchase a vegetable which is not which is not maybe it is not our seasonal food, or it is not our country food or something. Always the seasonal food which are packed with a lot of antioxidant nutrient, which can give you more of the requirement of what vitamins and minerals we want, rather than having uh, uncommon fruits and vegetables. Next is like, you need to have a proper sleep. When you have a proper sleep, the very proper sleep is very very important. Next comes like, you should be very creative. When you are very creative of doing your own things, like doing whatever you love to do, whatever that keeps you more boosted with your positive energy and keeps you pushing your life forward. So next, as I said, is like gardening. So with this, my thing is just wrapping up. Any questions on nutritional related things or anything regarding thing? I'm here to help people. When I'm just
Somebody is using two devices with the Zoom on. Please keep only one device on. If you keep two devices on, it will cause a lot of disturbances.
questions regarding with this, I'm just finishing my talk, sir. So this is my diet clinic, virtual diet clinic, where I give a customized diet plan for everybody, like any diet related issues. So this is my diet clinic. So with this, I'm ending up my talk. Uh, any questions and all those things, I'm here to answer, like any types of questions. Like, regarding food talks? Anything like diet related?
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
I mean, as you know, you're addressing the senior citizens. We request you to tell us what we can consume every day in the morning, afternoon, evening, and night. What is a healthy thing to have?
Okay. So when I say it is like uh, okay, I think I've stopped my video. Okay. Can you see me, sir? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
We can see
when
it.
I say like a healthy thing in the morning, as normally when you get up, you can just stick on to your normal milk, or some may not have a milk. They might be having. I would say if you're not addicted to milk or something, you can just have a glass of warm water with a small squeeze of lime in it, and drink it. Either if you're a sugar patient, you can add little of salt. If you're a salt patient, I mean, like if you have cardiac issues and all those things, you can just have a plain lime water juice. If somebody has got acidity and all those things, then you can have the normal plain hot warm water. Next is like morning breakfast. Always let it be like let the diet be very simple and soft solid, because when we speak about the old age, it's always they must be having denture issues, they must be having so many issues. Let the food be very soft texture. It could be a idli, it could be a pongal, or it could be a ganji, or those things which would make them easily digestible. Easy digestible and simple food is always very important to take care of this when you speak about the senior citizen. And make sure it is not over oily. It's not an oily food, because oily food takes a lot of time to digest, and it also causes a health issues. So try to avoid oily food. So you might ask like maybe not puri. You can have it maybe monthly once, no issues, but not on a regular basis, like 3 days once, or it is like every week or something like that. So like monthly once is allowed. Deep fried is okay, fine, but not on a regular basis. So when you speak about, let it be like a soft diet. And next comes for the mid morning time, you can have a fruit. Any fruit, any seasonal fruit is allowed. 50 grams of seasonal fruit, one katori of maybe a papaya. When we say like you can have papaya, people take it for granted and they think like we can have more papayas. That also counts for the calorie. That also increases your sugar. And in case if you're a sugar patient, it boosts your sugar, increases the sugar level. So always stick on to the grams. Maybe if I say 50 grams, if you're not able to get it, one small katori of fruit will help out. So maybe now the weather is so bad. If not, if it's a fresh homemade buttermilk, you can have it. That would not cause any maybe, because most of them have a fear that curd and all those things would cause cold and all those things. It generally, if it's a fresh homemade curd, it should not cause any uh, like cold, cough, and all those things.
Yes,
Next
my
comes
daughter
lunch.
also here.
Lunch, when I speak for the lunch, it can be the rice, double mashed rice. It can be the normal rice. In that rice, if possible, little of when you cook the rice. For example, if two persons are there, husband and wife are there, maybe 1 spoon of brown rice can be added when you cook. It can be soaked a little earlier. I mean earlier. For example, if you're going to cook for the lunch, make sure like in the morning only you soak it in the water while cooking with the white rice. Along with that, if you can add brown rice, it will increase your vitamins, minerals availability, and it also good. It is a complex carbohydrate, so the release of glucose will be very slow. So try to, because some may not like brown rice. Some are there who would like to have anything they would like to switch on. So who cannot switch on or something, it's not necessary and it's not compulsory that we are not supposed to have a white rice or something. We can have white rice, but it's better if you can able to switch on to a little of brown rice. If it's possible, you can implement the method whatever I have told, like maybe 1 spoon of brown rice along with the normal rice. Let it be like double mashed, So it is easy for digestion and absorption, because when you grow older, what happens? The digestion becomes delayed, and it takes little time for the absorption and all those things. So it is always better to have a soft food, and it can be a plain dal where there is not too much of spicy, because the spicy food again will lead to gastroenteritis problem. So let it be a plain dal, and try to have at least start with your lunch with a salad, one katori of maybe one katori. When I say, it can be like 150 grams to 200 grams, that coffee tabra which we have. In that, 1 cup of rice plus dal, one big cup of dal, plus 2 cups of vegetables. One can be greens, one can be like a colorful vegetable like capsicum, pumpkin, bottle gourd, whatever it is, like one vegetable. Okay. Next comes like if it can be a rasam or curd, 1 cup. So this is a wholesome meal. If you're a non-vegetarian, if there is no dal, you can have a egg or two pieces of either it can be a chicken or mutton. So when mutton, I always say it's avoid the mutton, because the red meat is, I don't encourage it, because it takes lot of time for digestion, and it leads to the health issues. So try to avoid mutton, and try to have chicken, which is a skin out chicken, where the fat content becomes low again. When I say how much to have for the for either let it be a chicken or mutton, and non-vegetarian a fish, you can have two pieces that comes to around 50 grams. 50 to 75 grams of non-veg is allowed per day. Okay, so this is going to be this is what you can have for the lunch. Next comes for the evening time. When I say it's like evening snacks, it could be like a chana, a soft cooked chana dal, or it could be any forms of sundal, or it could be a sprouts, one handful of sprouts. So how much to have is important. How much to have, what type of food we are having is important, and how much of fruits and vegetable we are going to include. All these things are important. Next comes for the 1 glass of milk, or if you're addicted to coffee, tea, whatever it is, 1 glass you can have, maybe 200 ml of milk. Next, along with that, you can have your uh, the sprouts, or you can have a sundal and all those things. Next comes the evening. Dinner can be as light as possible. Either it can be one or two chapatis with dal, the same way like dal plus vegetables and all those things. If it is not a chapati, it can be a soft dosa, or it can be a soft mashed rice. If you're used to have rice, it can be a rice. Or if you're used to ragi mudde, I would not encourage ragi mudde. Why is that? Because ragi mudde, when you have, it is like easily digested. When it is easily digested, the sugar level raises. So it's always better to have food which is like it takes the sugar is slowly released. So it's always in the form of, it's better to have in the form of dosa, or it is better to have in the form of like uh, dosa or a idli batter or ragi idli or something like that, rather than having the ragi mudde. So because here it is a practice that people have ragi mudde. So if that is a practice, make sure you have a less of it and try to have more of this um, the normal whole grain food. So this is how we can in the night, if you are maybe like sleeping at 9, 9:30, 10, then make sure half an hour before that you have a glass of milk. So next comes this is the usual whole day menu which you can have for the senior citizen. What are the other things to be considered is like sugar. If you're a sugar, make sure you, I mean, if you're diabetes, make sure you don't have a sugar in your any of your coffee, tea, and all those things, because hope you know that it shoots up your um, sugar level. What happens is like people say is like, yeah, we don't eat sweets, we don't eat sugar, but when you look into the coffee, tea, they do add it. They add very little or something. Make sure you don't add it. So if it is a normal individual, per day 3 spoons of sugar is allowed. It can be one spoon, either way you can add it. Only per day 3 spoons of sugar is allowed. Next, oil. When I speak about the oil, what type of oil a person can use it? You can use like there are different types of oil in the market. So what oil, how to use it? If you see, it's like if it's going to be a salad and all those things, then you can use olive oil. If it's like deep fried or something, then you need to use vegetable oil. That is polyunsaturated fatty acid. Okay. If it is going to be the normal seasoning, all those things, then you can have the normal mustard oil. You can have groundnut oil and all those things. So how to have oil and how much to have oil is the next question. Next, if you see, is like how much to have oil per day. One person, 3 spoons of oil is allowed. So if I say today you had dosa, then in the dosa 3 spoons of oil goes off in the morning only. So the remaining oil for the remaining day, uh, we uh, we don't look into, we don't get those oil. So make sure it's only 3 spoons of oil. And how to use this oil is like, you can have this oil, maybe like when I say you're having a salad, you can use an olive oil if it's the deep fried. So you're using all types of oil in a month, right? So if it is not possible, every month keep changing the oil. This month if you're going to get soya bean oil, next month get the sunflower oil. So keep changing your oil. That also will help you to reach the goal. So next is like, what is that? How much of oil we can have per month? If it is 2 persons, it is for husband and wife are there. 1 kg of oil is allowed. So per person, it's only half a kg of oil per month. So is that the case? No, no. Like almost every house uses at least 2 liters, 2 kgs of oil per month. So this is where we go wrong. So when we follow this pattern, like reducing the like limiting your sugar and limiting your fat content, then the health issues like keeps reducing. And if it is like pickle and all those things, if you're used to pickle and all those things, if you're a BP patient, if you're kidney failure patient or something, make sure you avoid all those salted pickles and salted papads and all those things, because these are the things which will going to affect and aggravate your conditions more. So regarding even if you're a BP patient, all those things, you need to avoid the processed food, because the processed food contain lot amount of salts in it and preservatives in it, which is going to shoot up your BP. And what happens is like, even though you have enough of medicine, it's not going to help you out, because your intake of processed food and all those things is going to literally affect it. So this is about
How about
the
using how about using jaggery instead of sugar?
again, jaggery is also same way. It provides the same amount of calorie what sugar provides. For example, sugar gives 20 calorie. 5 grams of sugar will give you 20 calorie. The same jaggery will give you 5 grams of sugar. 5 grams of jaggery will give you 20 calorie. The only difference is that it gives only carbohydrate, whereas this jaggery will give you vitamins. And for example, it gives little of iron to you, and little of with other vitamins in it are present. That is the only difference, but both provides the same calorie. Both comes under the sugar and jaggery, so it has to be limited only to 3 spoons. And if you are a diabetic patient, make sure even jaggery has to be avoided.
How about using ghee?
Ghee also comes under the same category of oil. So when I say it is like ghee, it includes in the same 3 spoons. For example, today you had uh, for the dosa, 2 spoons of 1 spoon. You keep like 1 spoon for the morning, 1 spoon for the lunch, 1 spoon for the dinner. If it's going to be 1 spoon, let the ghee come in the any one of the spoon. That's it. It is the same uh, replacement of this thing.
Oil.
It is the same replacement of whatever it is, like the oil. It is oil only. Ghee comes under the oil.
What about eating fruits early in the morning?
Early in the morning, you can have fruits. It's
Like
good only. You will get a wholesome of vitamins and minerals in it. It's a good idea, but make sure the amount of fruits you have also again matters. Like I have told you, 50 grams, 50 to 75 grams of per day fruit is sufficient. So it can be either in the morning, it's your wish, it's the morning, or it can be in the mid morning, or however it is like. So
if you're a diabetic, can you have yalaki, sapota, and all that?
yeah, you can have it. Again depends upon, no, you can have it. Again depends upon the sugar level of yours. If your sugar level is above 120 milligram fasting, I'm speaking about the fasting. If it is above 120, make sure you are not having your fruits till it comes down. Okay, till 160 I can allow fruits. Okay, for example, today if I'm looking into my fasting blood sugar and it's going to be 180. Today I'm not going to have any fruit. It's going to be, I'm going to replace that with salads. It can be a cucumber or it can be like a radish, whatever it is, I can replace with the salads. So today, that day, there's going to be no fruit because the fruit again is going to shoot up your sugar level. So make sure like fruit you can have, again, it comes to 50 to 75 grams. And if your sugar level is in control, there is no seasonal food. See, why is that we say like sugar patients need to avoid, need to avoid mangoes, jackfruit. What is the reason is that if I say have one piece of mango, the calorie is equivalent to one orange. So what will we do? Will we stop with one piece of mango? Is it possible? No. That will tempt. Let me have one more piece. Let me have one more piece. So we end up eating the whole mangoes. Whereas orange, the whole orange, you will be able to have. The both provide the same calorie. So what we say, strictly we say no. When we say no, then there will be little, limited. They will have a restriction and control of it. When we say you can have little, they will have little extra. So we need to be little strict saying that no. When we say no, that will register and say, okay, my dietitian has told no, so let me have only one piece. They will stop with that one piece. So that is the only difference. There, otherwise, any fruits can be had. Because why is that I'm stressing on it? Like when we say, people think that, okay, fine, papaya is good for diabetic, they can have more. So that is not the case. For example, as I said, one piece of mango provide maybe say 35 calorie. The same papaya, one big katori will give you the same calorie. So that will be like more filling. So that is the reason we say you can have papaya. It doesn't mean that you can have the whole papaya. People say, okay, fine, I can have papaya because I have sugar. Let me have the whole papaya. That is not the right. So you can have papaya, but still make sure your how much the quantity you're having is very important.
What about using coconut, including coconut? And also normally we have been using our organic seeds oil like coconut, gingerly and groundnuts. So why olive oil is considered as special? It need not be used. Whatever oil we have grown upon can be continued, is it not?
Yeah, it can be continued because now people, what they do is like something. See, there was a season like when we said like oats was like good.
Yeah.
Everybody went for oats.
Correct.
They went for oats thinking that they can have more of oats. So what happened? Their sugar level didn't reduce. They put on more weight thinking that it's good for health. Again, it's the provides a calorie. The why is that they said is because when it's not our staple food, we'll start controlling on the portion size. When you control on the portion size, automatically you will start not eating it more. But this thing has become ulta. They started eating more of oats. That's not required. Stick on always to our staple food, which is very healthy way of sticking on to it. When we say now the new trend is like olive oil. When they say olive oil, people use it even for deep frying.
Correct.
It's not required.
Not
you
required.
want to see every country, everything has got its own the temperature thing and how the digestion, everything varies. So when you stick on to your own oil, you stick on to your own whatever your age-old process of whatever we followed, ancient thing. If you follow, you will not have any of the health issues at all. So when you speak about the coconut, again, coconut is allowed, no issues at all.
Yes.
25 grams of coconut is allowed. You can have it. Either it can be like, you can add it in the, maybe like the Koreal, whatever you're using it, you can have 1 spoon. When we say is like, people tend to eat more. Maybe they will start eating more of coconut milk, which is again going to add up your calorie and again going to affect their health. So anything on a limited portion, anything on a limited sticking on to your thing, you will not have any health issues. You no need to worry about at all.
We don't have to change the basic pattern of the diet we have been eating, except look for moderation. And whichever region you are living, whatever regional items you are getting, seasonal items, and what you have been using it, I think that is good enough. We don't have to aim for the North Indian food or the Western food or something. What we have been
when there was this maybe 20 years before, people started eating chapati, just leaving rice,
exactly
think that it will reduce the sugar level. It will not reduce the sugar level. Both provide the same amount of calorie. The only thing is like you will know the numbers. When it is chapati, you'll think, okay, fine, my dietitian has told 2 chapati or something, you'll avoid it. When it rice, you'll not know. How much quantity you're having, you'll not know. So if you know the portion, that coffee tabara, that portion, if you know like how much to have,
Exactly.
know your
Watch your
quantity.
portions.
Just if you concentrate on the portion, if you concentrate on the quantity, that is more than enough. You can not only you can make your whole family healthy. Like for
Correct.
example, why is that I stressed on oil is because people just get it in like 5 liters, 10 liters, still like they
That's
keep
it.
trying stuff which is not required actually.
Right.
Per day, your portion for not only for the old age, even it is for the adult, it's only 3 spoons of oil is allowed. So we'll be wondering like how is that 3 spoon? How is it possible? So that is how was the requirement was. Those days they did a lot of activity. There was a lot of physical activity which they performed. They were able to burn the calorie. Anything intake is equal to output. Today you have eaten more. Make sure you work out more. So you don't put on the weight. You don't. Your blood sugar is not going to increase. Your sodium level will not. You are not going to work on all those things. You no need to think of all those things. Everything will work out good. Today you what amount you eat healthy, eat your portion, concentrate on your portion size, and make sure you burn so much of calorie. So intake is equal to output. So things are absolutely fine regarding diet.
Madam, why
Yes.
wheat is not recommended now?
It is nothing like wheat is not recommended. It's not at all like that. People see something, if we say they will switch on more to the wheat. It's because now it has got a gluten. Some people have got gluten insensitivity and all those things. Just for that sake, some might be avoiding it. Otherwise, it's not at all required to you need to avoid wheat or something. It is same like how rice is. What I would say is like, if possible, switch on to the millets, which we had in the olden days. Switch on to your millets. Once in a while you can have it in the form of a dosa, you can have it in the form of a ada, whatever is like possible here and there. So that is packed with a lot of vitamins and minerals. So if you have a thyroid issue, don't stick on too much with millets. Again, that also problem occurs. So when we say millets, they will stick on more to it. If you have a thyroid issues, that will just decrease your thyroid level, then the hypothyroidism will start increasing. So make sure even if it's a millet, have once or twice in a week. Keep on like switching on things. So it's you're not constantly with the white rice and you're not constant with your own thing. One day you can have dalia, one day you can have your own millet.
Cycle it.
You have green gram. Try to include more of protein in our diet because protein is the one which is lacking in our diet. So we are not at all having protein. So for example, if I say is like have protein, they for example they take 50 grams of not even 50, 20 to 25 grams to make a sambar that the whole family has. And if you see, they will take the upper portion. The dal which is important is settled down. So which is very important. The dal is important. Make sure you include the dal. That is why I said in the snacks, make sure you have some amount of like chana dal or any sprouts or any type of dal that is going to give you a good amount of portion, not only for the uh, protein thing, it also releases the calorie slowly. When the calorie is released slowly, you will not feel the hunger. Your sugar level will not shoot up. So all these things will help you out when you have your protein snacks. So this is how you can just balance your thing in your diet so that you will not end up in your wrong diet.
What kind of millets do you suggest, madam, for
Millet is
daily
again
use?
like all for I will not say like daily use. So like weekly thrice you can use it or twice you can use it. Millet. It can be in any form. See, you can make pongal out of it. You can make you can
No,
cook also.
there are
Millet,
various
any
types of
cocktail
millets.
millet, any
Various
millet,
types of
any,
millets. Any
yeah,
millet.
any millet. You need to like keep in rotation. Ragi also comes under a millet. You keep in a rotation. Like say today, if you're going to like take a foxtail millet, tomorrow let it be a other millet. Keep on changing the millets. Also is like so nothing. Don't stick on because some people stick on to single millet only. Jawar, whatever is like possible. Keep on let it come in a rotation. So there is no issues at all. Sticking on to any one thing is also a problem. Daily millet is also an issue. Millets also like too because that also decreases the thyroid level in case if the person in a family has a thyroid and they keep taking millet every day, they need to increase the thyronome level then. So that is another issue.
Madam, for diabetic patients should have only brown rice, or it can be mixed with plain rice, raw
No,
rice.
if you're comfortable with brown rice, you can have brown rice. If
Okay.
you are not used with brown rice, why is that we say it is like a brown rice or like that is milled rice is because there is a fiber coating out of it. So the release of sugar is slow. So when you have a white rice, the release of sugar is immediate and thereby your sugar level shoots up.
Oh.
So that is the reason when you have a brown rice, the release of glucose is low. It takes time to release. When it takes time to release, the sugar level slowly increases. So it doesn't shoots up immediately. That is one of the reason for asking people to switch on to the brown rice. That is why I said even if you don't like to completely switch on to the brown rice, no problem. You can just have the maybe one handful of brown rice can be like soaked and it can be added along with the white rice and cook along with the white rice. Because some may not like the taste. They feel it is like why is that we are getting switched off to another thing which we don't like. So you can have it, no issues. Along with the white rice, you can have it at least one handful of. So you get your fiber in your diet. The now new concept is like we need to increase our gut bacteria. So you would have heard about it. What is that gut bacteria? Nowadays, more people speak about it. It's basically a good bacteria which will help in your gut. It improves good microorganisms in your body. So these microorganisms very very essential. It also helps in controlling your sugar level. It controls other health issues. It controls many other problems which we face. Even it helps in reducing the recent occurrence of the cancer or whatever it is. Like it helps. How is that? Why is that we are lacking, and why is that we are speaking about the gut bacteria? Is that today's diet, whatever we are having, is lacking this good bacteria. These are rich in the vegetables and fruits. Okay, these vegetables and fruits, when we take, it releases the short chain fatty acid that releases the gut bacteria that helps in improving your overall health performance. Not only that, it improves even your immunity, this gut bacteria. So for example, if you're having any gastric problem, for example, you had a diarrhea, you had a loose motion, immediately doctor, if you see, they will just prescribe probiotic powder. Most of them would have come across that Econom, or you would have come across that Econom or any probiotic powder. Or right now, nowadays, Yakult is available in the market. You get a pack of 7. It says that it helps to improve your gut, right? So these are nothing but they have added microorganism in the cultured milk. It's a cultured milk where amount of microorganism added. How to obtain it naturally? By having these pulse and fruits and vegetables. Leave the fruits, it is rich in the fiber foods. Fiber foods, whatever you take, they're all rich in this probiotic. And you, for example, you can have idlis. Idli is again fermented. We have bacteria in it. And what else? Like anything, like for example, chapati, there was also little fermented. If you keep, you get little of bacteria in it. Something like that, which will help. Cultured bacteria helps in improving your gut mobility and gut functions, and prevent all the health issues. So that is the new trend. People are all looking out for the probiotic foods and having it. Any
How
other?
about sleep? How about sleep patterns?
Yeah,
Because
sleep
as you grow older, you tend to sleep less.
Yeah, tend to sleep less is because a lot of stress and unnecessary tensions inside your mind and all those things. So not only that, you also people also there are people who doesn't get sleep for so many issues. What I would suggest is like you can have your warm milk before going to bed, maybe an hour before. And in case if you are having a mobile, reduce your screen time an hour before your sleep time, because there is a hormone melanin which is secreted during the when you sleep, when you have a good amount of sleep. This hormone helps in repairing the muscle tissues, repairing the cells. It helps in repairing the cells. So this requires when you have a good amount of sleep. So this can be achieved only when you um, have, maybe if you are not properly filled, your stomach, if it is not properly filled, there can be reduced in sleep. Okay, some people who take that is post lunch insulin, they might also have a sort of a sleeplessness. They get up in the mid of the this thing and have some snacks and all those things. So what I would say is, like, for example, if you're going to sleep and half an hour before, have a glass of milk. Even in the glass of milk, some can, if you're not having still proper sleep, you can have poppy seeds, which can be just a small spoon. It can be a powdered form, it can be a cooked form. You can just have a poppy seed that will increase the your sleeping process. That will put on to a good amount of sleep. So apart from that, generally, and warm milk should help you out. If you're still feeling not sleeping or something, start counting 1 to 100 on your own thing. Concentrate on one thing, like count on a count. That will increase your sleep. I mean, it will try to put you on sleep. So these are the steps you can just do it. Apart from that, reduce the screen time and half an hour before. That will help you to, because one important thing about the sleep is, like, there is a hormone in our body. Once when you the light is on, no, we say even make sure the total light is off. So when it is total dark, no, the body mechanism would think it is okay, fine. It is, that is why I said reduce the screen time. When you have a increased screen time, the mind will think it's still, it is awake. We need to be stay awake. So when the screen time is reduced, your light entering into your mind reduces, your sleep pattern will come to the normal thing, and it also increases the secretion of the hormone, which will help to put on you to sleep. Anything else?
Hello, before other questions, Meena.
Yes.
I'm Pramila speaking. I would like to thank you for that amazing knowledge that you shared with us. And I thank you so much for sparing your valuable time and coming to giving us so much knowledge. You have highlighted all the plus points which we elderly people need to focus on. And I'm sure that everybody has benefited from your speech. Thank you once again. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank Ms. Parmila ma'am and Maggie ma'am and Geeta ma'am to give me this opportunity to present to all of you. Hope this session was helpful. Any doubts, anything like food related, I'm always there to help you all out. No issues. You can just connect me with ma'am has my number. You can just connect me, WhatsApp me like your issues. I can just help you out. No issues at all, ma'am. So I would like to thank the whole committee and whole team for listening to my talk. Hope it was like a helpful session. Any other doubts, I'm ready to clear. Thank you so much.
Any last questions?
Anybody have any questions like food related?
Madam Palaniswamy here.
Yes, sir.
Pepper, what is the quantity you have to, instead of red chili powder, pepper is better, no, madam? What is the quantity you have to take?
When we speak about the masala box, we can have every thing is very important. I would not say this is only is important, that only, everything is limited is important. Okay, the how you use it and which form you use it is important. It is like nothing more spicy at this age. Anything mild, which doesn't irritate your GI tract. Once it irritates, even if let it be a pepper, it's because a pepper you cannot add more. It again irritate your throat, it irritates your stomach, and it again lead to the GI props.
Okay. Okay.
So you can, it's not that you should not have chili powder. You can have chili powder, but make sure it's in a restricted amount, as I said. Masala should be a restricted amount at this age, so it doesn't lead to the irritation of the stomach.
No, chili, red chili is better, pepper powder is better.
Red chili
for
is
masala
better.
and everything.
See, that is what red chili also you can have, and pepper also you can have. Maybe it's not necessary that you have to completely switch on to the pepper. You can have red chili powder. It varies from person to person. So might be like, for example, who have got ulcer, I would say like you can avoid red chili powder. I would, if you have a ulcer, I would say avoid red chili powder, green chilies, and all those things which will increase more the irritation of the GI tract. If you're a normal individual, you have no issues, you can just have it. Only for the ulcer patient, you need to control on the red chili and the green chili, because that lead to the irritation of the stomach. Whereas pepper doesn't lead more of irritation to the GI tract. Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Any more last questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is Mr. Padmanabhan?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm very late actually to ask you a question.
It's all right, bro.
No, I got a question. How to reduce the sugar levels without salt?
How to reduce sugar level without salt? I didn't get your question. Like, why is that salt coming in when sugar level is there?
No, they say salt taking less automatically diabetes also can be controlled. Is it true?
No. That see, when you have a BP, if you say like reduce your salt level, I can understand. If
Okay.
it is like you have to like reduce on the carbohydrate and you have to reduce on simple carbohydrate. Simple
Sure.
carbohydrate is basically means the food items which will increase, which will immediately release the glucose. For example, like sugar, like jaggery, or like why is that we say is like white rice and all those things. They all immediately releases like maida. All those things immediately releases glucose level. So that is the one thing. Apart from that, there isn't much connection with that. If you reduce with the salt, it is always good because sugar when you are a diabetic, you are more prone to get even blood pressure and cardiovascular diseases. So always it's better to control your sodium. When you control your sodium, you can control the uh, other health issues which is going to affect, because once your sugar level once you have a diabetic for more than 10 years, and even if you have for 5 years, and if you are not in good in your diet and not good in your medication and it's not under control, it affects the other organ. So the same way is like depends upon at what is your sugar level, and that is one of the reason they would have told like control your salt, so it doesn't affect your other organs. Mainly the first thing is like it will affect us like cardiac, right? Cardiac and kidney. So that is the reason they would have told like avoid your salt.
Okay.
So it doesn't have like much this thing. They,
So is
because
it necessary more sprouts to be taken in the food,
yes,
madam?
sir. Yes, sir. Sprouts. Why do we have to have sprouts? It's like when you have a sprouts, it's rich in vitamin C. When you sprout your item, it is rich in vitamin C. Vitamin C is very, very important in all the always. For an oxidation of each cells to take place, vitamin C is required. So vitamin always sprouted gives more of nutrient compared to the normal one. It is more packed with vitamins and minerals compared to the normal. For example, you're taking a normal green gram. It doesn't provide you much of vitamins and minerals. It provides the usual vitamins and minerals. For example, yeah, vitamin A, for example, vitamin C only will keep. Vitamin C is only 5. Okay, 5 milligram it's providing for a green gram. When you sprout it, you get 30 milligram.
Oh.
Okay, you get 30 milligram. You will get triple or more than that. So which is more important is like when you sprout, you get more of these are the vitamins and minerals they are lacking. When these vitamins, when there is when your microvitamins are lesser, that is where our immunity goes down. To build our immunity, we need to boost our micronutrients. Micronutrients are very, very important to boost our micronutrients to prevent even the upcoming diseases and to prevent the health issues. For everything, for all the cycles, for everything, all these minute microvitamins are required. These vitamins are present only in the pulses, it's present in the fruits and vegetables, so which we lack nowadays.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yes. So try to include the sprouts, that would be a better option. Any other questions, sir?
Yeah. I think we are more or less done for the day. I'll go ahead with the vote of thanks, madam.
Yeah.
I thank Ms. Meena, our guest speaker today, who gave us a beautiful and excellent and very in-depth lecture, which is very, very useful to all the senior citizens. It's exactly tailored for the senior citizens, this lecture. Unlike all the other lectures, is maybe 100% compatible to us, to the senior citizens. And all the activities you mentioned, I've been striving to strive those activities to all the people, but you put it on in a much better way. And the exercises you mentioned were something related to yoga. yoga and those exercises what you mentioned are almost similar, but your lecture, though it ended at 6:40, you almost spoke for another 40 minutes extra on the question and answer sessions, and it was very enlightening and very good and very helpful and fruitful to everyone or each and every one of us. I thank Mr. Pradeep Agarwal, who attended our meeting, who's our chairman, and Mr. Rajgopalan, and thank the president and Ms. Pramila Shetty for arranging this lecture. We are really grateful to you, madam. This video will be available on YouTube. Everybody can watch it on YouTube. And I request each and every member to contribute your articles to the Senior Citizen magazine. We require more support for you. And we are almost 100 plus members, but hardly about 20-25 people attend this Zoom conference. So we request the members to, more members to attend the conferences. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm so pleased that it was quite.
Thank you for sparing your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Meena.
Surely share the articles. Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Meena. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Hope it was like helpful.
Yeah, it was very beneficial to each one of us. Yes, we're really glad to have you with us, Meena. Thank you so much.
Me too, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's my pleasure. Thank you. I'll try to send my articles. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.